statewide series that is known as America's original March Madness.
Years against Mount Carmel, 24-4 in the year, ranked 9th in the state polls.
Should be a fun one here tonight. Again, you've talked about it already. These two teams having banner years. No matter which program you look at, Edwards County with their 20 wins, first in a long time. Mount Carmel, state ranked. Teams, you wouldn't have it any other way at a regional.
We'll take a 90-second break. Come back with a starting lineup right after this.
First National Bank has long been a strong supporter of our schools and students, including sports, other extracurricular organizations, and in-class needs. That's part of what makes us your real community bank. We'd like to encourage you to do the same and volunteer at your local schools. Contact them to find out how you can help. The students benefit, you benefit, we all benefit. When you volunteer, that's a slam dunk.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC.
At LIP Motorsports, located at 830 Poplar Street in Mount Carmel, we offer custom upholstery work from a full car interior to just a seat repair. And don't fix that headliner when we can put in a new one. And how about camo? Not only can we make your interior look new, we can fix almost anything in it. Window motors, door handles, seat motors, etc. Why buy another car when we can make yours look and run new? LIP Motorsports has a mechanic on duty Monday through Friday beginning at 6 a.m. Car detailing only $79.
There's nothing quite like small-town shopping. At over 70 strong, the retail merchants of Mount Carmel are ready to make that shopping experience a reality for you. You'll find the atmosphere relaxing, fantastic service provided, and lots of friendly owners and employees who really do appreciate their customers. You'll browse many unique shops filled with unexpected treasures. Of course, you'll need to refuel and refresh at one of Mount Carmel's many eateries. Make plans now to visit the retail merchants at Mount Carmel on your next shopping excursion.
Back in Flora, it's the IHSA Class 2A Championship. We're set to bring it your way. Thanks for being with us tonight. Starting lineups tonight brought to you by Glenn's Auto Service and Towing, located on Wabash 10 Avenue and Highway 1 South. The next time you need a tow, call 263-3285.
And here's a look at that starting lineup, Scott. First for Coach Russ Gerlach in his first season at the helm at Edwards County. He brings the Lions in with a 20-6 record. And here's a look at those starters for the Lions. They'll send out number 21. That's Cade Schnicker. Schnicker comes in and is a 6'1 sophomore. Also starting is number 22. That's Bobby Brake. He's a 6'2 senior. Another starter is number 24. Starting is Justin Wallace, a 6'5 sophomore. Also out there, a pair of Schmittlers. Number 42 is Marty Schmittler, a 6'2 sophomore. And the final starter is the 6'6 senior, number 44, Nathaniel Schmittler. So for the Lions, they send out Schnicker, Brake, Wallace, Schmittler, and Schmittler. That's a look at the lineup for the Edwards County Lions. Now time to meet the starting lineup for the Mount Carmel Golden Aces once the Edwards County squad, the cheer squad here, completes their pregame cheer. Then Mount Carmel's starters will be introduced. We can tell you congratulations to the Aces Dawson Brown, who advanced in the Country Company's three-point shootout earlier here this evening. He hit 10 free throws. I believe that was the most in the field. Dawson Brown moving on in the three-point shootout, the only player playing in this game tonight to advance. Two shooters from Flora moving on. Also out there is Oakley Dial, the senior from Hamilton County, moving on in the three-point shootout. And we're set to meet the Mount Carmel starters for Coach Tyler Buss. Here they come. They are the usuals for the Aces. Tyler Buss sends out the 6' junior guard, number 3, Braden Stepp. Also out there is the 6'2 sophomore guard, number 4, Brett Doan. Another starter is the 6'8 senior, the forward number 20, Justin Carpenter. Also out there at a guard, a 6'3 sophomore, number 21, Austin Rager. And the final starter is the 6'8 junior, number 34, Jackson Marcotte. So for Coach Tyler Buss, it's Stepp, Doan, Carpenter, along with Rager and Marcotte. And that's a look at the starting lineup for the game here tonight. It's the Lions of Edwards County, the Aces of Mount Carmel. The regional championship hangs in the balance. And here's the Hall of Fame voice, Scott Allen, with a play-by-play.
Thank you very much, Kyle. Mount Carmel in their home uniforms tonight. They'll have their white tops and bottoms with the Vegas gold outline of the maroon numerals. And for Edwards County, it's their road uniforms. Black unis with the red numerals trimmed in white. And one initial impression when you see the starters for Edwards County come out. Marty Schmittler, his body type, he will probably be the kind that loves to play inside.
Yeah, big body to deal with inside, no doubt.
But Nathaniel Schmittler, his brother, will tap it up.
And Nathaniel Schmittler looks, for Mount Carmel fans, a body style kind of like Justin Carpenter, long and lanky. Looks like he could be a pretty good shot. And we're set to go.
6'6" against 6'8", and this game is underway, and Marcotte won the tap. There to retrieve it is Mr. Stipp, Braden Stipp, starting guard for the Aces. Here's Brett Doan. Mount Carmel goes left to right. They operate. There's a lob to Marcotte. In the paint, one leg out, one leg in, and instead out to Carpenter. Now to Doan, swing it right side. Stipp for three, and missed it. Rebound, flying in. Carpenter lays it up and in. That's the way the game begins.
Well, that's not what Edwards County wants to see with the height they have inside to try to match two 6'8" players. An offensive rebound putback.
And Edwards County just threw the ball away. Mount Carmel came out in zone trap pressure much like the other night, and Edwards County coughed it up.
Now threw it too high across the court, trying to go from one side of the floor to the other. Too high, almost sailed into the seats here in Conley Gym and Flora. Out of bounds, Mount Carmel with it back.
Mount Carmel MO so far, many occasions this year, has been a fast start. And they had one the other night here against the host Wolves at Conley Gym. Now Carmel leads here with the ball. Stipp left side. Dribble drive, Rager. And the baseline, he's cut off, trapped, and the ball's deflected out of bounds. Good defense by Edwards County by Schmittler in there.
An early indication defensively. Bobby Brake, 22 of Edwards County, has not left Justin Carpenter's side. They try to stay with him wherever he goes.
Inlet Rager spins in the low block, puts it up, but traveled first going in. So let's get a closer look, too, Kyle. Let's see if that's a box and one. That's exactly what Flora did the other night against Carpenter early on.
We'll take a look at it next time down. The turnover there. Edwards County with it right now.
Full court pressure by the Aces on the inlet, even the inlet man. Mount Carmel has done that this week, both games. Come out very strong on defense. Bobby Brake up high now. There's Schnicker with the ball. Cade Schnicker. Landed a bomb outside by Schnicker. No good for three. He loves to shoot out there. Rebound tipped around, finally controlled by Carpenter. And ahead it goes to Stipp. He gives it to Marcotte. Dives in, puts up a shot. It goes in. Count it. The foul's on Edwards County.
Well, and a good start from Mount Carmel. Aces fans seeing Mount Carmel pound it inside on their first two possessions of this game. Now, one time a shot didn't come, but this time it did, and Marcotte made it look easy, backing his way inside for the finish, plus the foul.
The free throw is good for the three-point play, and as we always say, the old-fashioned way, Mount Carmel leads 5-0 and applies full court pressure again. Across the timeline, there comes Schnicker all the way through, drives in, draws the foul. He got Mount Carmel's defender up in the air, put up a shot, and he'll be at the line for two.
Austin Rager on the foul that time, looking to try to block it. It's his first, and to the line will go 22. Bobby Brake for Edwards County as they look for their first points.
Brake at the stripe, free throw good.
Ends the Mount Carmel run of a 5-0 start to this ball game. Brake very fast, got down the court in a hurry after they got past the pressure in the backcourt.
And very often a double figures scorer for the Lions. 20-6 on the year. Brake hit them both. Edwards County's in the books. It's 5-2 Mount Carmel. A high lob inside Marcotte. Soft touch, puts it up, missed it. And the rebound comes down to Edwards County. There's Schnicker crossing the timeline. Alternating hands on the basketball, right then left. Gets rid of the ball to Brake. Now to the right side, looking. Schmittler. Pass inside. Dive down. Put up shot is no good. Missed on the roller. Did Wallace, and the rebound comes down to Mount Carmel. 6'5" sophomore couldn't get it to go his way. Rager now to Stipp for three. In and out. Rebound by Schmittler. And I need to clarify my Schmittler. Nathaniel there on the rebound. And there's Brake. Switches directions. Clears it back out to Marty Schmittler. Now it's Schnicker outside. 5-2 Aces lead. Lead pass. Schmittler puts it up and in. Good pass. That time from Schnicker. And scoring. That's a Brake on the assist. And it's 5-4. Mount Carmel's lead trimmed to 1.
Nathaniel Schmittler hits the shot there.
Yep. Got a nice assist, and Rager had his shot partially blocked by Schnicker, Nathaniel. And Edwards County pulls it out of the air. The Lions playing for the lead here. First quarter action, regional championship game. Both teams won a regional last year. Mount Carmel in 2A, Edwards County in 1A. Nathaniel Schmittler holds the ball, top of the key, doesn't move. Now Marty Schmittler feeds it to the right wing. Suddenly Edwards County being patient. Mount Carmel in a man-to-man.
They can take the lead with a basket here.
And there's a pass, no shot that time. Thought maybe Wallace would take a shot, didn't. And he lobs it out for Schmittler, and Mount Carmel's fans applaud the defensive effort. Edwards County, though, being very patient. Will take their time, get something good, see if they can get Mount Carmel to make a mistake and take advantage of it. Break now to the left side, stepping out Schnicker outside the arc line. Around the horn to the right. 3 on the way from there, no good. Plops out the back of the rim, no good by Wallace, and the rebound of the Aces. Here comes Carpenter towards the free throw line. Now Doan, step on the left side with the ball. Now bomb for Doan.
Goodness gracious.
Well, I worry about Brett. He didn't fare very well at the three-point shootout with only hitting 4, and he nailed his first shot of the game from farther out.
He was too close in the three-point shootout, apparently. He was 3 steps behind the three-point line.
8-4 Mount Carmel now. 3 on the way the other way by Marty. Schnicker goes in, the young sophomore. Counters Doan, a sophomore, and we've got a 1-point game again.
Marty Schmittler from way downtown answers right back for Edwards County.
Down to 3:52 to go here in the first period. Carpenter shoots from the left side, no good. Flying in for the rebound and putback is Jackson Marcotte. Marcotte scores. Mount Carmel leads 10-7. Edwards County goes right to left. There's Bobby Brake across the line. Picked up by Doan, who gives him plenty of room. The right wing looking is Nathaniel Schmittler. Dribbles up a little bit on the arc. Now to the top, back to the right wing. And a pass stolen in the corner by Marcotte. Ahead to Carpenter. 1-on-2. He's fouled going in. It'll be on Cade Schnicker, who tried to slow up Carpenter on the drive after the steal.
Well, they'll pick out Marty Schmittler, actually, Scott, on the foul, reaching in. He's the one who was saying, yeah, it was me. I don't know why you do that. That's your second foul on Marty Schmittler, so he'll check out of the game.
And here's Mount Carmel with the ball, and Carpenter had his pocket picked. Now a scramble for the ball. Bodies on the floor. 3-4 bodies on the floor, and we'll get a held ball out of all that. And it'll go to Edwards County. Everybody gets up. They're okay.
Carpenter's not 100% okay.
Right.
He comes out of there
a little worse
up and walking around, but looks like he got poked in the eye or something, kind of squinting out there. And on the arrow change, Edwards County will get the basketball and a chance to tie it up with a 3-ball.
Golden in for Mount Carmel, 4 Doan, and they're wiping up a wet spot. There should be plenty of them out there. We had 4 bodies on the floor near the timeline.
Scott, interesting. I'm kind of trying to keep track tonight of when Mount Carmel gets into a half-court set. How many times do they look inside versus how many times do they settle for an outside shot? Right now, 4 of each type of look. With Mount Carmel's height advantage inside, one might think they may look to go inside a little bit more. We'll see how that plays out tonight.
Yeah, I would imagine it probably would be more than 50%, but so far not. And Edwards County now with the ball, bidding for the lead, or at least for a tie with a 3-ball. There's Cade Schnicker, and Stipp comes out on him. Schnicker goes by him to the foul line, down the lane, lets it fly, and got it to go from 6. Cade Schnicker.
First points of the night for Cade Schnicker on a nice finish in the paint. Let it go a little earlier than I thought he was going to, but was able to put it in the basket.
10-9, Mount Carmel now. 2:47 to go in the period. First period. Marcotte jumps down the lane, throws it up, and draws the foul. And he'll go to the line for 2.
So a nice drive there. Marcotte, his height can fool you. He can handle the ball pretty well. Took off from about the foul line down toward the basket. Drew contact on his way up with a shot. The foul on Edwards County against Jared Columbia, who checked in off the bench for Marty Schmittler, who picked up his second foul, and Marcotte hits the first of 2.
Columbia, one of those kids representing Edwards County in the 3-point shootout. Marcotte hit the second free throw. 12-9, Mount Carmel now.
7 points already for Jackson Marcotte.
2:36 to go, first period. Lions with the basketball now. Looking from the high right is Wallace, the sophomore. Bounce pass. Schnicker dives underneath. Marcotte goes reverse side and lays it up. Nice move, and maybe a message move as far as Nathaniel Schmittler thought. Again, a one-point game. Mount Carmel leads 12-11. Dandy move inside for the big man for the Lions. Now Marcotte posts up. Steps out, has to get rid of the ball, finally does to Stipp. Back inside to Marcotte, turns, puts up a shot, got it. That's 9 for Marcotte now, huh?
Went through a lot of arms to get there. Marcotte scores. Mount Carmel back up by 3, but Edwards County hanging right with Mount Carmel here tonight so far.
Now inside the 2-minute mark, first period. Push pass inside, nice dive down step, and scoring on the basket is Wallace. Justin Wallace, 6'5", he can get it done inside as well.
And now a foul off the ball going to be called on Edwards County, and it looks like it's on Columbia. So the two guys that have been assigned to try and defend the big guys from Mount Carmel inside both have 2 personal fouls. Columbia 2 after replacing Marty Schmittler, who left with 2. And that's the 4th team foul on Mount Carmel, and they will, what will we have here? Mount Carmel basketball?
Yeah, I think
there's a little confusion amongst the officials. It is out of bounds. No shot coming. That was off the ball.
Into the game for Mount Carmel came Brett Doan in for Marcotte. So Marcotte taking a break. He has off to a great start, 9 points. There's Stipp on the high left for the Aces. Mount Carmel by a point, minute 33 left in the period. Here's Golden, outside, doesn't shoot. Swinging around left side, Stipp drops it for Carpenter. Didn't handle it really well. Now steps out beyond the arc, dribbles back into the baseline, cut off. Now Golden flies inside, missed it. And the rebound to Schnicker for Edwards County, and the Lions can get the lead right here. Down court in a hurry. Nathaniel Schmittler puts it inside for Wallace. Missed the shot. Rebound put back is good. That is by Cade Rivers, and Edwards County leads by 1.
It's their first lead of the night. The Lions in front with a minute to go in the first.
First shot of the game by Rivers goes in. And Mount Carmel just traveled. And Edwards County will have it right back with a 1-point lead, and the Lions are getting excited out there.
Lions fans liking what they're seeing right now. They've got the lead and the basketball. Mount Carmel, right at the moment, with a starter on the bench in Marcotte. Golden out there in his place for the last minute of this first quarter.
51 seconds left, first period. Edwards County with the lead and the ball. They may be content to sit on that lead here. They spread out wide on this offensive set. Maybe they'll whittle the clock down. They've got the lead, why not? Here's break. Outside left, looking now is Rivers. And circling around to the top, Cade Schnicker tries to get by. I guess if they would get something easy, the Lions would take it at any point in the game. But for now, they've still got it spread out, playing above the foul line. Nope, there's a 3 on the way. Shot no good from the left side as Wallace fell it and pulled the trigger, missed it. Aces with a rebound. Here's Rager on the baseline. He's fouled by Schnicker. On his drive to the basket, Schnicker reaching with 12.6 seconds left in the period.
Well, the one thing that we're going to see here in this first half is a lot of Mount Carmel free throws, it would appear. That's the 5th team foul on Edwards County. That foul is the first on Cade Schnicker. Again, the 5th team foul on the Lions.
Golden checks out. In is Marcotte for the Aces. Edwards County by 1, inlet to Carpenter. Off a pick, drops it back on the pick and roll for Marcotte, who scores easy with 6 seconds to go. Mount Carmel by 1. Edwards County's got a chance. Here is break with 1. Gets a 40-footer off, and it plops off the side of the basket and misses. That's the end of the first period. Been a good one so far. The regional championship on the line. And your score, Mount Carmel 16, Edwards County 15, back in 1 minute.
For over a century, Mount Carmel Public Utility Company has served Wabash County with safe and reliable energy. And now we're there for you in a whole new way. Introducing our new Smart Hub app. The free app lets you access your account 24 hours a day right from your fingertips. Receive email notifications when a new bill is issued and pay that bill directly online, anywhere, anytime. Access your usage history and more. Download the Smart Hub app today at mtcpu.com. Just another way Mount Carmel Public Utility Company serves our neighbors, families, and friends.
Firebox ads are digital innovation to assist advertising in local businesses. You can see for yourself at these Mount Carmel locations. Firebox ads aren't the only service Brushfire Creative has to offer. We provide everything needed for your business to take off. Brushfire Creative. Spark your business potential.
Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen from Conley Gym and Flora. Quarter number 2 begins of the Class 2A Regional Championship game. Mount Carmel opens with the basketball up by 1.
Pretty even played first quarter. Scott, each team making 6 shots. Edwards County took 1 fewer, shooting right at 50%. Each team hit a 3.
And Doan fires a 3, got it again. He's hit 2 in the game.
And they're way out there. They are way behind the arc line. Each of the 2 makes by Brett Doan.
19-15, Mount Carmel by 4 now. Here's Bobby Brake to the elbow. Nathaniel Schmidt can't go around, so he gets it back out, back in. Schmittler turns on Marcotte, shoots. It's no good from 6. And the foul is on Edwards County, on Rivers on the rebound battle with Carpenter. It'll be Mount Carmel ball.
So Rivers picks up his first, and now the next foul will put Mount Carmel at the free throw line for the duration of the half. Aces, like I said, look poised to shoot a lot of free throws here in the second quarter.
And Mount Carmel as a team has only 1 foul so far in this game. Here's Stipp into the corner to Doan. A 3 and hit it a minute ago. Now drives in and lofts one up from 10 that goes in on the left side on the flyer.
Ball got loose and away into the stands, so they stopped the clock here. Brett Doan, a 5-point start to the second quarter, has got 8 for the Aces, and Mount Carmel's pushed the lead to 6.
Their biggest lead of the game so far, 21-15, 1 minute into the second period. Edwards County way out high as Wallace along the arc line, looking to lead into Schmittler or Rivers, can't. And Bobby Brake takes over. Coming off the back screen down low, the shot away, good. It's a bank shot that goes in for Schnicker. And Edwards County calls a timeout after the 3 ball on the bank. Timeouts brought to you by Harris Insurance Agency. 21-18, Mount Carmel leads, back in 1 minute.
News Channel 15, putting Southern Illinois first. First on the scene. We are live here at Mount Carmel Middle School, and as you can see behind me, there is some significant roof damage here. With the latest information.
As a precaution, we have decided to evacuate the children from the South School.
On air, online, on Facebook. News Channel 15, putting Southern Illinois first.
At New Wave, we're proud to call the communities we serve our home. Our customers tell us having a local office is important to them. That's why we maintain dozens of local offices and employ over 500 skilled employees, all focused on delivering the best customer experience. We don't just connect communities, we connect to our communities, helping support the schools, organizations, and events that support all of us. Thank you for choosing New Wave Communications, your local provider of internet, TV, and phone.
Early second period, Mount Carmel leads Edwards County by 3, 21-18. Aces have the basketball here.
Well, a fast start to the second quarter, answered by a 3 by Edwards County's Cade Schnicker for the Aces, puts Mount Carmel's lead back at that 3-point margin.
And there's a ball tipped and stolen by Edwards County. They were looking for Carpenter inside. Lions did a good job on defense. Schmittler ahead on the break and laying it up and hitting the shot is Cade Schnicker from Nathaniel Schmittler. He got that pass.
Jackson Marcotte fell down defensively in the paint. That opened up the path for Schnittker to score. And now the Lions have answered Mount Carmel's 5-0 run to start the quarter with a 5-0 run of their own.
And almost a steal by Brake, but as he batted the ball inbounds to save it, it goes right to Stipp of Mount Carmel. Now Carpenter. Carpenter stops, now back out to Stipp. So Edwards County doing a good job getting their hand on the ball on defense. Post up Carpenter, fall away from the lane is off the mark, no good. Rebound, it's loose, squirts out to the Aces to Brett Doan. And now Carpenter, a bomb for 3, no good. Rebound, Stipp, fouled on the offensive putback. And he'll go to the line for Mount Carmel.
So Braden Stipp working the rebound there, puts up the shot, and the foul goes against Cade Rivers, and Edwards County in all kinds of foul trouble. Columbia Rivers and Marty Schmittler with 2 fouls apiece, and the Aces are in the bonus now.
Stipp missed the free throw, he'll get another one.
Just 1 team foul called against Mount Carmel so far here in this ball game, 7 on Edwards County, but that kind of goes with the flow of the game. The Lions really more aggressive right now on defense.
Free throw number 2, Stipp missed it, he missed them both. And out of bounds it goes to Edwards County.
Justin Carpenter got his hand on the rebound, tried to tip it back in, could not convert, and it goes out of bounds to the Lions.
I'll bet you Braden's been watching the NBA. That's where he got that.
Free throws are a lost art form, aren't they?
5:35 to go in the game. Down court pass. Rager got his hand on it, thought he got a steal, but got a foul instead. Knocked over Wallace in the process. and got that foul.
So that's Rager's second. Both fouls on Mount Carmel against Austin Rager. He has been a little foul prone at times this season. Tyler Buss not happy with that call, saying it was a 50-50 ball he was playing for. Called for the foul, and he'll spend some time on the bench. Blake Golden checks into the Aces lineup.
And it looked like it was at least 60-40 in Edwards County's favor on that ball. And the foul went against Rager. He has both of Mount Carmel's fouls in this game. Can you believe it? Second quarter, 2 fouls. Lions with the ball. Looking inside. Instead, they flip it back out on the wing. 5:22 to go. Here in the second period, Mount Carmel by 1. Edwards County can regain the lead. And there's Wallace for 3. No good. Rebound. Put back, yes. Scrambling in underneath was Cade Rivers. And Edwards County has the lead again, 22-21.
It was almost as if Jackson Marcotte forgot to go rebound the ball. He did the block out, kept his man from it, but nobody pursued the ball until the Lions' Rivers slid in and gobbled it up, put it back in.
Well, Rivers has been omnipresent so far for the Lions. He's everywhere where the ball is.
A 7-0 run for Edwards County right now here in the second quarter.
The biggest run by either team so far. And the Lions have the lead. 4:42 to go in the second period. Here's Doan stepping into a 3, now drives, kicks it to Marcotte, who misses the bunny. A foul those up and in by Jackson, and Mount Carmel calls timeout. Marcotte's in double figures. Aces have the lead now by 1, and Harris Insurance Agency presents timeouts. It's a 30. We'll be back in 30 seconds.
I didn't want to go to community college because it was too small, too limiting.
I wanted a place where I could expand my horizons and gain experiences for a strong future.
Where I could meet people from other places and learn about them.
A college choice that meant a strong start, not huge debt.
Where I would have the support I needed.
Where teachers knew my name and worked with me on a personal level.
And people were ready and available to help me plan my future.
That's why I choose my community college! Yeah!
Mount Carmel got the lead back on an inside rebound put back by Marcotte. He has 13 points now on the night. 4:35 left in quarter number 2. Edwards County with the ball now.
We're back to where we started this second quarter with a 1-point game in favor of the Aces. Lions have the basketball first out of the timeout.
There's Justin Wallace on the right side, dribbles from the elbow down a little bit, gets a kick-out pass again on the wing, now drives in, seam right, drops it across the key to Rivers, puts up, shot no good. He got Marcotte off his feet, and the foul's on the Mount Carmel big man.
Lions liking the effort they got inside, got Marcotte to commit airborne, and he fell in to Cade Rivers. That's Marcotte's first foul, and Rivers will go to the line. He'll have a pair of free throws. His first trip there tonight.
How can you not like this Cade Rivers? He's only 6 foot, a sophomore, and he holds his own against, well, no matter how tall the opposition is. He's always around the basket. Missed the free throw, though. He'll have another one.
Yeah, just a sophomore. Young kid, but playing well.
Free throw is good, and the game is tied, 23-all. Mount Carmel goes left to right in the first half. Across the timeline comes Braden Stipp. Carpenter on the right wing, fakes a pass to the corner. Now Stipp for 3. It bounces out, no good. Rebound by Bobby Brake. Long baseball pass over the outstretched hands of Rivers. Otherwise, it would have been an easy 2 for Edwards County. Mount Carmel went to sleep on defense, but the Lions threw it away.
Yeah, Rivers snuck down court after the miss on the 3 by Stipp. As you said, just airmailed the pass. Otherwise, he was wide open for an easy lay-in that would have put the Lions back in front.
We're inside 4 minutes to go, second period. Golden drives in, clears it back out to Justin Carpenter, headed to SEMO next year, Division I signee. Nice backside pass, Stipp wide open, scorer. Braden Stipp got the pass from Marcotte, and Mount Carmel back on top by 2.
Stipp slid back door that time for the Aces. Wide open. Nobody picked him up defensively. Marcotte saw him, got him the ball, he laid it in.
25-23 Mount Carmel. 3:25 to go, second period here. Cade Schnicker, sophomore playmaker. Elbows off as he approaches the elbow. Gets rid of the ball now. Brake for 3. Got it. Bobby Brake. And the Lions lead again, 26-25.
Third 3 of the night for Edwards County. Mount Carmel with 2 so far.
It looks like the Lions playing with a little more confidence in Mount Carmel right now. Here is Carpenter, curl dribble into the paint, puts it up from there, misses. Rebound Marcotte, put back, yes, and Marcotte owns everything off the rebound.
He has racked up 15 points here in this first half. The the Lions have done a good job of keeping Justin Carpenter at bay, but they can't answer both. Almost a turnover near the timeline there for the Lions, trying to dribble it into the front court.
So Marcotte has been on the mark for the Aces. We're down to 2.5 to go in the first half of play. Mount Carmel by a point. 27-26, Edwards County with the ball. Inside flyer, Schnicker, no good off the mark. Marcotte with a rebound, but he traveled. And that's going to draw cat calls from the fans.
I'm not sure about that one. Marcotte was trying to work his way down the floor, and he's got a big stride out there. He's 6 foot 8 inches tall, and they call him for a walk, and the Lions catch a break.
So the Lions will have it on their own baseline then. And Mount Carmel will not press the inlet man. They feed it in, and Nathaniel Schmittler misses. Rebound, putback, break, missed it. And off a couple of hands, who wants it? Carpenter finally pulls it down and dribbles away and feeds it ahead to Doan. He sets and shoots the three. Got it! That's 3 for Brett Doan, and Mount Carmel's back on top.
What a look down floor for the Aces, putting us up by 4.
And now a foul. And it'll be on Doan on defense as Edwards County worked the ball into the corner to Cade Schnicker.
Brett Doan at 11 points for those 3 threes. 8 points here in this second quarter.
I should say Bobby Brake was the one with Doan when they gave the foul to Brett. So the Lions have the ball. 4 fouls on Mount Carmel, and meanwhile the Aces have been in the bonus for some time at the line. Long-range shot, no good from the corner. Thrown up by the Lions by Schnicker, and here comes Mount Carmel with the rebound. Stipp under the arc line, pushes it into Marcotte. He scores again. Easy for Marcotte.
Well, I've stopped keeping track of my looks inside versus outside for the Aces, but the Jackson Marcotte is having a field day underneath the basket right now for the Aces. They got to keep feeding the big man.
Mount Carmel back up by 6, 32-26. Edwards County's wiped out a 6-point advantage already in this game, though. And there's a feed to the baseline, poked out by Stipp. And actually, Kyle, you're by that very stat and the way it's working tonight, you're proving the point that many Aces fans say that we should be lobbing it into the big man relentlessly every single time.
And to the Aces' credit, tonight, more so than not, they have.
Now Schnicker with the inlet on the wing, stays beyond the arc, drives in, seam left, lets it fly, got it. Cade Schnicker, a sophomore. This Edwards County program is going to be a Southern Illinois monster in the next couple of years.
Yeah, they have looked pretty good, pretty tough. A 20-win season, putting all the pieces together.
A feed to Doan from Mount Carmel, reverse try, too far to the basket. It clicked off the bottom of the basket, comes down to Marcotte though. Now to Doan for 3, got it again! Brett Doan is on fire!
4 threes here in the first half for Brett Doan. Who needs a 3-point contest? Just hit him in the game. He's done that tonight.
Yeah, he's having his contest in the game itself, and Mount Carmel has its biggest lead. 35-28, 36 seconds to go. Inside, forced up shot, no good by Nathaniel Schmittler. Diving for the rebound. It goes inside, and a foul. Just missing after picking up the loose ball is Wallace. Marcotte remains on the deck very slowly. Now he gets up okay. Now that we've all had a heart attack, he gets up. And Wallace will go to the line for Edwards County. He almost hit that shot, and they might have counted it had he hit it.
Got the defender airborne, and I think what Tyler Buss is talking to the official about was he was going to count that basket. I'm not sure that should have counted if it would have went in. It was going to count for Wallace, but instead he'll have to earn the points the hard way. He'll head to the free throw line. The Lions collectively as a team are 3 of 4 at the line in the game. And how about this? We talked about the fact that Mount Carmel got in the bonus in the first minute of the second quarter. Edwards County has not committed a foul since. The Aces have yet to have a 1-on-1 opportunity here in this first half with only 29 seconds to go in the frame.
And big free throws here. Edwards County still has a chance to get on a little run and really get that deficit down. It's down to 6 there with the first free throw from Wallace, 35-29. The winner goes to, as I like to call it, basketball heaven, West Frankfort. Boy, that gym is as pretty as any in the country.
Old classic gym that's been well maintained through the years. Fun place to play.
Second free throw, Wallace goes in. Lions within 5, 35-30, down to 22 seconds left in the half.
At one point, it was a 7-1 foul disadvantage. 7 on Edwards County, 1 on Mount Carmel. And it's Edwards County who shot more free throws in this game. A little jawing down low between Carpenter and the Lions' Bobby Brake.
And down to 8 seconds to go. Mount Carmel starts to play now. Here's Marcotte beyond the arc. Just shoots the three. Missed it. Rebound is to Stipp with one. Missed it. And that's halftime. Halftime of the Class 2A Regional Championship game. Here's your score. Mount Carmel 35. Edwards County 30. We're going to take a 2-minute break, come back with a scoring summary, and we'll have more in 2 minutes.
Brought to you by Gretchen Gerlach, Coach Gerlach's aunt, Donna and Linda Wallace, Justin's grandparents, Janice Shaw of Janice's Beauty Shop in Albion, offering the complete line of beauty shop services for women, and she also cuts hair for men. Call Janice for an appointment, 445-2436. By Ron and Sue Cullison, Emma Campbell-Smith, George Gerlach of Village Shelf Storage Incorporated, 325 North Union Street in West Salem, Gene and Jackie Copeland, Debbie Cowling, cheering for the Lions, Chris and Lori Schmittler, Nathaniel and Marty's uncle and aunt, and by United Mutual Insurance Company at 14 North 4th Street in Albion. When you need insurance, call Rick Etheridge. This game brought to you by head basketball coach Russ Gerlach and his family, Siley, Max, and Clyde. Steve Thompson, your country financial agent in West Salem, a financial representative providing insurance, auto, home, and more, and financial services. Mitchell Insurance and Real Estate Agency at 18 West Main in Albion. One stop for all your insurance and real estate needs, with a caring, friendly, and knowledgeable staff to help you. The Bierster family, JR, Tara, Haley, JC, Walter, Mark, and Rachel at JTK Services. By Kevin and Kendra Schnicker, Cade Schnicker's parents, and by Kenny and Terry Clodfelter, Tiger Clodfelter's parents. This game brought to you by Dan, Charlie, Michael, Ashley, and Travis Aaron, backing Seth McKenzie on Edwards County football, Shayla Potts on Edwards County volleyball, and Jonah Potts on AGS baseball. By Mike and Kristen Spear of Spear Construction in Albion. The Watering Can at 107 West Main Street. Stop in and see the flowers and gift items Nathan has available. Call 445-3924. By Brian and Sonia Schinkel, Dr. Chris Ballard and his wife Jerry, Wes and Kelly Fryman, Sam and Sheila Smith, head football coach Joe Rivers and his family, and by Scott and Sheila Wallace, parents of Justin Wallace. This game brought to you by Keith, Kayla, Taylor, Avery, and Drew Roosevelt, Marilyn Turner, former Albion grade school principal, David and Lisa Mathis, David and Kim Cullison, Mike and Christy Glover, Chad, JJ, and Jackie Aldridge and Kojak's Taxidermy, Dwayne and Leanne Lear of Lear Electric in Albion. For electrical service you can depend on, call Dwayne Lear, 446-3166. By Eddie and Lila Fuchs, Edwards County Treasurer Debbie Smith, and Cheryl Taylor of TJ Marsh, supporting the Edwards County Lions for over 30 years.
Halftime here at Conley Gym in Flora. Mount Carmel leads Edwards County 35-30. This is the regional championship game in Class 2A. This regional winner will join 3 others in West Frankfort next week for the Class 2A sectional. In just a moment, Kyle will have the breakdown on those games as well, too. And we've also got a scoring summary ahead here. Both teams have led in this game, and both teams have had big runs. Mount Carmel's had the bigger of the leads so far in this contest, and they've gone inside a lot more than many games in the regular season. By design, perhaps, but maybe out of necessity, because we've got too much to offer inside, the Aces do. And they made it show tonight. Kyle's been was keeping a stat, but it's well over 50% now.
I kind of just forgot. I haven't kept that stat all year, so I didn't continue with it. At one point, it was about a 50-50 look when the Aces would get set in a half-court look. How many times would it go inside before a shot was fired versus no inside look at all? But really, the Aces have needed Jackson Marcotte tonight, and credit Edwards County. They have done a good job of taking Justin Carpenter out of the equation tonight. Carp has just 2 points here at halftime, but it's been Brett Doan's threes, 4 of them in this first half of play, that have been the second punch for Mount Carmel. Jackson Marcotte with 17 points, all inside. 14 for Brett Doan, nearly all outside. 2 points for Braden Stipp and 2 for Justin Carpenter, accounting for the Aces scoring. Meanwhile, for the Lions here at the break, it is Cade Schnicker who has 9 points to pace the Lions' effort. Bobby Brake's got 5. Justin Wallace has 4. Cade Rivers also has 5. Nathaniel Schmittler 4. And Marty Schmittler has 3. Now Carmel has shot just a touch better than the Lions, 14 of 29 for 48% in the first half. Edwards County 11 of 24 for 46%. Now Carmel 4 of 9 from three-point range. The Lions are 3 of 9. Edwards County 5 of 6 at the free throw line. Now Carmel 3 of 5. The Aces have a 17-10 rebounding advantage over the Lions. Among the 17 for the Aces, 8 offensive rebounds. And turnovers, 5 by the Aces, 3 by the Lions. to this point in the ball game. 1 steal each way, and the Lions do have credit for a couple of block shots. So far, 7 lead changes, 1 tie in this game. Both teams have had 7-0 runs in this contest, and the largest lead is the lead of Mount Carmel, 7 points earlier in the contest. You talk about other play. Let's go ahead and on the television side, we'll show you the Class 2A West Frankfort sectional bracket. Tonight at El Dorado, the top overall seed in that subsectional is taking on Harrisburg, and El Dorado leads 28-17 in that one at last check. At Newton tonight in the regional championship there, it's the 2-seed Marshall that trails Robinson, the 3-seed, the Maroons, with a 27-23 lead at the break. At Pana tonight, Pana, the host team, trying to throw an upset, but it's T-Town leading big, 32-12 in that one. The winner here meets that game's winner in the sectional semifinals next week at West Frankfort. And, of course, here at Flora tonight, Mount Carmel with a 35-30 lead over Edwards County here at the break.
Well, the reports we're hearing out of T-Town are utterly fearsome. This team has been playing so well the last month of the season. They may be playing better than anybody in the state right now. And that'll be next up for the winner of this game tonight. Will be, well, by the sounds of that score, it'll be T-Town versus somebody from this regional next Wednesday at West Frankfort. Halftime here, Mount Carmel leads Edwards County 35-30. It's been a good ball game. Jackson Marcotte has been Mount Carmel's big storyline, and the outside shooting of Brett Doan. And the Lions have just been pesky on defense. I like how many times they've gotten their hands on the ball. They finished inside. I like Cade Rivers' play, unheralded as it was in the first half, because of the way he's scoring his points. Inside, putbacks, getting all the junk around the basket that he can corral, and he's only 6 foot and a sophomore. And don't you like Edwards County's future? I mean, those who follow Mount Carmel like their future, their upside, but what about Edwards County? You know, really what's probably needs to happen is Edwards County's got to go out and get some shootouts on their schedule, and if they're going to be in 2A, they probably got to pick up the pace a little bit schedule-wise, but just so they see some of these people.
In a little bit they have, by default in joining the Black Diamond Conference this year. They will lose 2 seniors that start, Bobby Brake and Nathaniel Schmittler, but they've got a lot of help, a lot of supporting cast coming back next year. Do the Lions. And Mount Carmel, of course, only going to lose the 1 starting senior in Justin Carpenter, but that's a big loss. You can't replace 6'8" easily. The Aces have a lot of youngsters as well, but both teams poised to be good for quite some time.
Well, we're going to take a 2-minute break. We'll come back. Both teams have yet to emerge from the locker room, but we've got the whole second half. Who will win the regional championship? We'll find out when we return for the second half in 2 minutes.
This game brought to you by Dr. Lawrence Spear, Holly and Sam, Spear Chiropractic Clinic on the west side of the Courthouse Square in Albion. Jason Holfaker, always a supporter of the Lions. Doug and Jeff Bunting of Albion Stockyards. Eddie and Joyce Miller. George and Shirley Tribe. Edwards County Superintendent of Schools David Cowger and his family. David, Tiffany, Dalen, Camden, and Addison. Chad, Marilee, and Seth McKenzie. Kevin, Heidi, and TJ Smearden. Rick, Kelly, Allison, and True Wolf. Albion Computer Guy at 275 South 4th Street in Albion. Whenever your computer needs fixing, see the boys at Albion Computer Guy. Tonight's game brought to you by Citizens National Bank in Albion. Doug Raver, your State Farm Insurance Agent in Albion. The Murbarger family, Lonnie, Valerie, Sadie, and Haley. Kent and Sue Nail of Nail's Funeral Home in Albion and Fairfield. Burton and Donna Hawking. Gospel Chapel, a non-denominational church in Bone Gap. Services begin every Sunday morning at 10. Larry Schmittler Service, Oilfield Engine Repair in Grayville. Larry and Linda Schmittler, grandparents of volleyball player Malia Schmittler, football and basketball player Martin Schmittler, and baseball and basketball player Nathaniel Schmittler.
When your friends invite you to a party, you make bad decisions. When you make bad decisions, you make bad grades. When you make bad grades, your parents yell at you. When your parents yell at you, you get stressed. When you get stressed, you go for a walk. When you go for a walk, you interrupt football practice. When you interrupt football practice, you get tackled by a 6'6", 350-pound All-Pro defensive lineman. Don't get tackled by a 6'6", 350-pound All-Pro defensive lineman. Say no to underage drinking.
At LIP Motorsports, located at 830 Poplar Street in Mount Carmel, we offer custom upholstery work from a full car interior to just a seat repair. And don't fix that headliner when we can put in a new one. And how about camo? Not only can we make your interior look new, we can fix almost anything in it. Window motors, door handles, seat motors, etc. Why buy another car when we can make yours look and run new? LIP Motorsports has a mechanic on duty Monday through Friday beginning at 6 a.m. Car detailing only $79.
One half of the regional championship left. And who will move on to West Frankfort for the Class 2A sectional? Mount Carmel leads Edwards County, but only by 5, 35-30. As we go to the second half, what about foul difficulties? Anybody in foul trouble?
Well, the one thing to watch, Edwards County by default with the Aces big men inside, both at 6'8", have tried to play a little more physical underneath the basket. They've got 3 players that have all been assigned post positions defensively, all with 2 fouls. At least they've spread them out. Columbia, Jared Columbia, Cade Rivers, and Marty Schmittler all have 2 fouls apiece. For the Aces, Austin Rager has 2. He's back out there, as are all starters in this game to start the second half.
Edwards County opens with the basketball. Lines go from left to right as you visualize in the second half. Out high, holding the ball, is Marty Schmittler. He and his brother Nathaniel return out there. Inside, Cade Schnicker lets it go, missed it, rolls out, and battles for his own rebound. And, they say last touched by Mount Carmel. So it'll go to Edwards County.
Wow. Looked like perhaps the Lions caught another break. It may have gone off of the hands of the shooter that time, but Edwards County keeps possession.
The Lions have it into Marty Schmittler. Now here's Break dribbling slowly from left to right. Dumps it into the lane. Nice drop down step and shot no good by Wallace. And the rebound comes down to Mount Carmel. To Carpenter and then a travel on step. As set to block his path on the dribble out was Schnicker, and it worked. It caused Mount Carmel to make a mistake.
The official put his hand up in a fist, which indicates a foul, and then removed the fist to the open hand and called the travel. Looked like he wanted to call a foul first. Instead, it goes as a turnover.
Wow, I didn't see that little change. I wrote it off as a foul. Now Marty Schmittler almost drops the ball into the lane. Does push it back out to Break, and the Lions load from there. Still Edwards County with the ball, really for the first sequence of this third quarter. A bad pass stolen by Doan. Now Carmel ends up with it. Ahead to Step, driving inside, layup good. It'll count. The foul's on Edwards County.
Well, I don't think that he did this by design. Brett Doan kind of got caught in no man's land when he had the steal. So instead of pushing ahead, he slowed up, but then kicked it ahead to Step. That faked out Edwards County's defense, allowing Step to the easy track to the basket, and the foul's on Wallace.
The first foul on Wallace. Free throw goes in. Mount Carmel has an 8-point lead, 38-30.
Largest lead for Mount Carmel.
1 minute into the third frame. Mount Carmel extends the pressure just past the timeline. Now they trap at the corners. Break gets past the trap quickly. And now Schnicker up high on the left side with Carpenter, a hand in his face. Way out there beyond the three-point line. Now Break. Break at the top.
Oh my.
Fakes out. Wallace drives all the way himself. Beautifully done by Edwards County. Break fooled everybody.
Fooled everybody but himself, I think, on that one. Somehow did not flip it away and laid it in easily.
And that was a pretty play. 38-32. Now inside, a lob for Marcotte, and another easy basket for the big guy.
So 2 layups to start the half for the Aces. That one a lob inside to Marcotte, who continues to add to his game-high 19.
40-32. Mount Carmel again by 8, nearing the 6-minute mark of the third period. Here is Cade Schnicker, drives to the right, pull up on the elbow, now stops, needs help, gets rid of the ball, out to Break beyond the arc line. Breaks on the right side, looking in. Nothing there for Schmittler, so Bobby Break dribbles it up himself. And now can't move on Carpenter, so he gives it up out on the right wing to Cade Schnicker. Eyeing, Marty Schmittler isn't going to shoot, but Schnicker is for 3, missed it. On the high bounce, rebound to Carpenter. Outlet to Stipp, Mount Carmel trying to run. They go right to left, and all the way, Stipp for the layup, down the middle.
What a finish. Braden Stipp just kept going, ends up at the basket and lays it in, a double-digit lead now.
42-32, Mount Carmel now, 2.5 minutes into the third period. 5-point lead at halftime is already up to 10. And now Break for 3, banks it home, it'll count. He shot that over Marcotte. Off the bank, timeout, Edwards County. Timeout's brought to you by Harris Insurance Agency. Mount Carmel 42, Edwards County 35. Back in 30 seconds.
There's nothing quite like small town shopping. At over 70 strong, the retail merchants of Mount Carmel are ready to make that shopping experience a reality for you. You'll find the atmosphere relaxing, fantastic service provided, and lots of friendly owners and employees who really do appreciate their customers. You'll browse many unique shops filled with unexpected treasures. Of course, you'll need to refuel and refresh at one of Mount Carmel's many eateries. Make plans now to visit the retail merchants at Mount Carmel on your next shopping excursion.
Kyle, give Edwards County credit. They are hitting some big shots tonight to keep this game from getting away.
Mount Carmel looks like they are poised to start to run away and build a lead. And then your senior Bobby Brake for Edwards County steps up. All 6'2" of his frame drills a three over the 6'8" Marcotte, who was with him step for step, banks it in again, and Edwards County's back to within 7.
Cade Rivers, a 6-footer, hit some big shots in the first half. Now it's Bobby Brake. Mount Carmel has step for three at the other end. He just nailed it. Beyond the top of the key, Mount Carmel back up by 10, 45-35.
Aces have scored 10 points in the third, 8 by Step.
Nathaniel Schmittler, turnaround of the block over Marcotte, missed it, rebound to Carpenter. Now here's Stipp to Carpenter, way outside, thought about a shot, didn't. Now Doan on the left side,
Why
he's
not?
at 4. Stipp fires again, got it again! Braden Stipp, another three!
11 for Stipp in the quarter.
And now a 13-point lead for Mount Carmel, and Edwards County wants a timeout. Timeout's brought to you by Harris Insurance Agency. 4:42 to go in the third period. Mount Carmel 48, Edwards County 35. Back in 1 minute.
For over a century, Mount Carmel Public Utility Company has served Wabash County with safe and reliable energy. And now we're there for you in a whole new way. Introducing our new Smart Hub app. The free app lets you access your account 24 hours a day right from your fingertips. Receive email notifications when a new bill is issued and pay that bill directly online, anywhere, anytime. Access your usage history and more. Download the Smart Hub app today at mtcpu.com. Just another way Mount Carmel Public Utility Company serves our neighbors, families, and friends.
Firebox ads are digital innovation to assist advertising in local businesses. You can see for yourself at these Mount Carmel locations. Firebox ads aren't the only service Brushfire Creative has to offer. We provide everything needed for your business to take off. Brushfire Creative. Spark your business potential.
Edwards County with the ball, now suddenly down by 13 points here midway through the third quarter.
Braden Stipp, 2 threes, an 11-point third quarter so far for the Aces.
Diving between a would-be trap, Brake lays it out to Marty Schmittler beyond the arc, and Brake and Carpenter collide. Hand meets elbow over there, no whistle.
This becomes a big possession for Edwards County. They need points.
Schnicker off the pick, drives in, block shot by Marcotte, out of bounds to Edwards County.
Aces on a run right now. The Lions getting that shot blocked. They're going to get a change as Jared Columbia comes back in. He'll spell Marty Schmittler here as trying to find an answer inside. They're looking for a finish. They're down by 13.
Looking in the baseline, the feed into Schnicker. Stays beyond the right arc. And now stops, gets rid of the ball to the point. Brake directs traffic, left side. Push pass inside. Turnaround after the drop by Wallace, foul on Rager.
Not sure Rager could have done much more. He'll pick up his third foul. He's been the whistle target tonight, if you will, for these officials, and not much he could do about that one. Put his arm straight up in the air, and he's called for the blocking foul. Tyler Buss asks for the explanation, and Justin Wallace heads to the free throw line for the Lions and hits the first.
He has 2, foul in the act. Shot was no good. Rager sits down. And Golden in for the Aces at the 3:52 mark of the third quarter. 48-36 now the score. Wallace, the young sophomore at the line, hits another one. Edwards County with an 11, 48-37.
Lions, Scott, are 7 of 8 at the free throw line in the game.
So they're doing well there, and they need to. Aces go right to left in the second half. Stipp creeps towards the top of the key, backs it back out beyond the volleyball line. Waits for the play. Now here he feeds it to the right side to Golden. Nobody on the back door. Here now is Doan. He had 4 threes in the first half. Push pass inside. Carpenter turns, hits. Carpenter dives underneath. Give the assist to Doan.
One of the first times tonight, Justin Carpenter's gotten free at the basket. He's now got 4.
50-37, Mount Carmel back up by 13. Kick out now to Cade Schnicker. Drives to the foul line. To the right side, Nathaniel Schmittler to the baseline. Dribbles up and can't get a shot away on the drop against Marcotte. Gives it to Break. He goes inside. Tries to hand it back to Schmittler, and it's knocked out of bounds by Doan.
Good presence by Doan to get a hand on that ball, sending it out of bounds. Lions will reset underneath their basket.
Wallace will do the honors on the inlet. Breaks the play. And looking. Finally, he threw it over the head of the receiver who came in. The pass went out. Mount Carmel on the steal. And the Aces threw it away as Stipp tried to feed it to the baseline to Marcotte.
Well, it looked like Stipp tried to throw it to Marcotte, but Blake Golden slid between the two and deflected it, thinking the pass was coming his way, out of bounds. And it's Lion basketball.
2:51 to go, third period. 50-37, so the Lions survived there. Mount Carmel could not add to the lead, and they've got another chance down by 13. They've got to start making things happen. Here's Break for 3, shot blocked by Marcotte. Doan behind the back pass, back to Marcotte, who drives for 2, missed it. He'll go to the line, foul on Edwards County.
Marcotte trying to decide which way he was headed, to the basket or to distribute the ball to the 2 other players on the 3-1 break the Aces had. Could not get it to go. Marcotte will go to the line to shoot 2, and he continues to have a good night going for the Aces.
Number 1 goes in. Marcotte has another one. 51-37 Mount Carmel. Winner of this game, Aces probably Teutopolis Wednesday night in West Frankfort. Second free throw, Marcotte goes in, 52-37. Aces now with their biggest lead, 15 points. Down to 2:27 to go in the third frame. The lead was 5 for Mount Carmel at halftime. It's now 15. And push pass inside. Inside steal for Marcotte. Never got to Nathaniel Schmittler. Now Stipp to Golden. He's at the point, back to Stipp. Clock nears the 2-minute mark. Stipp gets by a man, drives all the way through. Oh, slithers between 2, but missed it. The ball's batted out of bounds by Edwards County on the rebound attempt. Now Carmel will have it.
Well, the third quarter Braden Stipp's had, I'm surprised that didn't go in. An 11-point third quarter for a guard who I don't think averages double digits in a game.
And it is Stipp from the baseline inlet to Carpenter, back to Braden. Now to Marcotte of the high post. Dribbles in across the key. Dives down, rolls it in. Does Marcotte.
And all Marcotte's doing is living in the paint. 23 points now for the big man.
Just a huge night for Marcotte. 54-37. Maybe the best game he's had all year. 1:42 to go in the third period. Mount Carmel now by 17 and pulling away. The right side, Cade Schnicker. Stays beyond the arc. Carpenter comes out above the line to challenge him. Gives him enough room, though, if he wanted to take a shot, maybe to block it. Break, now to the left side, looking down on Nathaniel Schmittler. Triple team, got rid of it. Out high. Now the dribble drive in the lane, almost a travel. Marcotte blocks, Break shot. Now it's loose, picked up by Golden. 3-on-1. Carpenter flush.
And the foul.
Edwards County on the slam dunk by Carpenter.
What a finish. Carpenter slams it and gets fouled. Breaking out of what has been a slow night for him offensively. A monster dunk and the 1 foul shot to come.
Yeah, his most powerful thrush of the year, I think, on that right there. Carpenter, the Aces lead by 19 with 1:14 to go in the third period.
Jared Columbia, by the way, picks up the foul for the Lions. That's his third. And body language says everything. You look at the 2 benches here, and you can tell Mount Carmel has built a big lead.
Free throw, Carpenter missed it. Rebound, Golden slides in, puts it up and in. An offensive rebound basket. Mount Carmel by 21.
A 4-point play, in essence, for the Aces there.
By the way, Dawson Brown came in for Marcotte between the free throws. Give the big guy a little rest here before the fourth frame. Mount Carmel's biggest lead now, 21. There's Columbia shooting, no good from the right side. Rebound, Carpenter. Inside a minute, 49 seconds left. Down court, Doan moves in. Off balance shot, no good. 2, 3 bodies went down. Mount Carmel got the rebound. Carpenter fights off a challenge on the arc line. Flips it across the floor to Doan. 3 on the way. No good this time. And the rebound to Edwards County's Columbia. And a foul. No. An offensive foul on break. Ramming into Step. Lowering his shoulder.
Didn't know about that one. Break called for the offensive player control foul. Leaned his way in there. And it'll be Mount Carmel basketball at the timeline.
So the Aces will have it back. Yeah, I didn't see that one at all.
No.
So in the first half, it was a one-sided foul count, well, for most of the half, and it sort of evened up before halftime. Here we are in the second half, and it's 4 fouls in Edwards County, just 1 on Mount Carmel. 31.9 seconds to go. Aces with it now. Stip across the timeline to Carpenter. Mount Carmel appears ready to go for 1. And to shorten the game a little bit by just a few seconds at 20, and Carpenter holds the ball. Doesn't dribble. Stays right there near the center circle, the big F, and the Flora writing in script in orange on the center circle. Now we're down to 9. Here we go. Carpenter with 7, with 6 starts to move. Above the top of the key, step back 3, got it with 1 second to go. So that's the play, huh?
Step back, shoot.
The lead is 24 at the end of the third period after an unbelievable third period by Mount Carmel. The Aces 61. Edwards County 37. Back in 1 minute at your home for the Aces.
A strong business is backed by strong connections. New Wave Business provides world-class internet, telephone, and TV services that connect you to customers around the corner or around the world. With package internet speeds of up to 100 meg and dedicated fiber-based solutions up to 10 gig. New Wave can keep your operation running at the speed of business. Add phone to your internet bundle for as little as $29.99 a month. Call, browse, or email New Wave Business today.
What makes Wabash Valley College the #1 choice for high-quality yet affordable education? Well, WVC offers extraordinary financial aid as well as numerous scholarship opportunities. Whether you're a high school grad or just want to invest more in your education, WVC offers several specialized programs that focus on hands-on learning to give you the competitive edge in today's job market. Don't spend thousands on unnecessary college courses. Come to WVC and earn a transferable associate's degree all at a fraction of the cost. Visit us online at iecc.edu to discover what we at WVC can do for you.
Along with Kyle Peach, I'm Scott Allen. Josh Brown is here with us tonight. Brittany Culbertson, Ryan Seed, Drew Carlisle back at WSJD. We got the whole big crew here tonight. Regional championship game at Connolly Gym and Floor. Mount Carmel, an outstanding third period, outscored Edwards County 26-7 in the third. Freeman have a commanding lead now. Seconds into the fourth period. 61-37. There's a 3 on the way by Carpenter. Got it, just like he's ended the third period.
Well, Justin Carpenter was held to 2 points at halftime. He's now got 10 in the second half, quickly to 12.
64-37, Mount Carmel. Dribbling up along the arc line is Cade Rivers. Now they swing it around the horn. Now the dump for Nathaniel Schmittler. Dives in, can't get a shot. Tries to burrow his way in. The shot is still blocked, but they give Marcotte the foul. There was contact made as well.
Marcotte's second foul, and free throws coming up for the Lions. Scott, as well as Edwards County played in the first half, holding it to a close 5-point game at halftime. The Aces outscored the Lions 25-7 in that third quarter of play. The Lions limited to just 2 made field goals so far here in the second half.
Wow. And Schmittler at the line missed the free throw. Rager returns for Doan for Mount Carmel. Brett Doan, who was 4 for 4 from the arc line in the first half.
Yeah, he really set the tone early. Braden stepped up big in the third quarter, and Jackson Marcotte's been Mr. Consistency all night tonight for the Aces.
Second free throw, no good. Nathaniel missed them both, and the Aces have the rebound. Here comes Braden Stipp now across the timeline. The right side to Rager. Rager gets by his number 21 counterpart. Schnicker drives and scores. Count it. The foul's on Schmittler, who stepped up late for Edwards County. Nathaniel.
Well, Scott, we can update some scores here. T-Town looks to be headed to the sectional as well. They are leading over Pana 51-27 headed to the fourth quarter, so it would be a Mount Carmel T-Town matchup in the sectional semifinals next week if those scores hold.
But there's still time for Pana, right?
There is. Okay. There's still lots of time left. Just starting the fourth.
Go you Panthers. Outside, their shot is up and in and out, no good by Schnicker. And the rebounder, Rager. And here is Carpenter. Mount Carmel's already beaten T-Town once. Or you mean we're going to have to try to do it again?
That's
Marcotte
right.
inside scores. 68-37. Coaches always hate playing a team a second time, and then you got to turn around and play T-Town, which is all world these days. They are really playing well.
And they've got cause. They had a bus crash a while back playing for some injured players there. And they've gotten good and they've got a cause. That's never good, right?
No, they're good anyway without the cause. Now they're real good. And here's a handoff from Schnicker to Schmittler rather. Edwards kind of looks a little confused on this offensive series. Brake gives it out to Nathaniel Schmittler. Shoots from 15, no good. Rebound Carpenter, and the Lions looked a little bit out of it there. And there's a foul as Schnicker turned and hit Carpenter trying to get the ball away from him.
Justin Carpenter, in one form or another, has taken a beating tonight. They have been all over him all night. Schnicker picks up his second foul, and only as of late has Carpenter been able to break free. Other scores that feed into that West Frankfort sectional starting the fourth quarter. Robinson bidding for a seed upset over Marshall, 42-40 up at Newton, and in El Dorado, the host Eagles leading Harrisburg 38-30.
Marcotte has a shot deflected as he goes in. The ball comes back out. Rager's then knocked on the baseline as he puts up a shot, and they'll call that one on Nathaniel Schmittler.
But Rager will head to the free throw line for a one-and-bonus opportunity. As the foul goes on Nathaniel Schmittler, that's his second foul. And the seventh team foul. The Aces in the bonus the rest of the game with 5:47 left here in Flora.
5:47 left. And here goes Rager to the line from Mount Carmel. Aces looking for their 25th win of the year. Free throw, Rager got it. He'll have another one. That would tie the Archie D's senior season, 53-54, and the Aces were 25-4 that year.
And then one more win puts the Aces in second place to the 30-win teams of the state championship era teams back in the 20s.
And let's just hope we get to talk about that.
30 wins would be something.
Rager, by the way, hit the second free throw. It's 70-37. It was 35-30 at halftime. Mount Carmel's outscored Edwards County 35-7 in the second half. 5:39 left in the game.
Lions have been held scoreless here in the fourth quarter, and they have been held to just 2 field goals in the entire second half.
There's a ball tipped by Rager on the inlet on defense, out of bounds. Wallace will try again.
So that's a 9-0 run in this fourth quarter for Mount Carmel, added to the 25-7 score of the third quarter of play.
So it's just been a nightmarish second half for Edwards County. After a very solid first period, and now bad pass stolen by Stipp. And everything's working against the Lions now. Stipp turns, heads the other way. Now Rager on the baseline, dribble drive, up in the air, and a foul. It'll be on, I think, Cade Rivers, and then Rager will go back to the stripe for Mount Carmel.
Rager with 4 points has seen limited minutes tonight with foul trouble. He stays out there with 2 fouls now. Speaking of 3 fouls, Cade Rivers picks up his third for the Lions, their 8th foul of the second half.
Free throw, Austin got it. He had a very good game against Flora here on this floor. A few nights ago did Austin Rager, as well as Doan, and then Doan follows it up with another scintillating performance tonight. Free throw, Rager in and out with the second one, and out of bounds to Edwards County.
Last touch there by Marcotte, trying to haul in the rebound.
71-37. We'll visit with Aces coach Tyler Buss and hopefully some players on the floor after the game. So hang on for that coverage. And there will be a net to hand over to the championship team as well after the game. And outside 3 on the way. Got it. Jared Columbia.
Jared Columbia's first basket tonight, a 3 off the bench here in the fourth quarter.
71-40 is the score, down to 5 minutes to go in the regional game. Mount Carmel will play again on Wednesday from beautiful West Frankfort. Now, cross-court pass that Rager catches up with high on the left side, cuts across the key on the dribble, gets rid of it to Marcotte in the corner. The lob for Carpenter, ball poked away alertly on defense by Schnicker. By Brake. And it'll go to Mount Carmel.
Other scores from around the region at halftime, it was Pinckneyville leading DeCoing 29-21 at the Trico Regional Championship game.
Carpenter almost traveled as he backed in at the block, and now outside for three, shot no good. Rager flies in for the rebound, put back, got it to go, did Rager.
Rager with the rebound after the miss there by Dawson Brown, who's qualified for the three-point shootout to move on to the sectional next week. The only Aces player to advance could not hit that shot, but Rager gets the putback, and he's all of a sudden had 7 points here in this fourth quarter.
73-40 is the score with 4:12 to go in the game. And here's Cade Rivers now, pedaling with that right hand to Columbia, fires the three, it's no good. Rebound will go out of bounds to Mount Carmel.
Who would have thought after the first half of play we had, we'd be talking about a 33-point ball game in the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
This thing was close at halftime.
And keep in mind, Edwards County was making their own breaks in the second period, getting their hands on a lot of loose balls and creating some defensive pressure and getting steals. So they were doing a good job to help their cause out, and they were hitting big shots when they needed to. And it all fell apart in the second half. Stipp adds a three ball for Mount Carmel. And timeout called by Edwards County. 3:45 left in the game. A 30-second timeout. And wait a minute, is this going to be a straight timeout? Yep. 76-40. Timeout's brought to you by Harris Insurance Agency. Back in 30.
So, what's your story? Looking for a cost-effective way to begin your college career? One that's close to home? Or are you still unsure of a career direction? Here's the answer. The 4 Illinois Eastern Community Colleges. With 100 certificate and associate degrees in career and technical fields, many online and many transferable. Frontier Community, Lincoln Trail, Olney Central, Wabash Valley. 4 colleges, 1 mission. Let us help write your life story. Check us out online at iecc.edu.
And a three ball goes in for Edwards County. Thrown up by Justin Wallace, the sophomore, makes it 76-43. It was a short timeout called by Edwards County, as it turns out, just to get personnel in the game. And the Aces do get some personnel in there, too. Luke Burbrick's in the game. Long-range shot, no good. Rebound by the Lions.
Jorge Mercado is set to check in as well for the Aces at the next stoppage of play.
Marcotte still in the game. Rager still in the game. Stipp still in the game. Dawson Brown is also in the game, and there's an outside shot that is no good for Edwards County. Rebound lost by Mount Carmel after the shot from Tiger Clodfelder, who's into the game, a 5'7" junior.
So Mercado's in the game as Marcotte will leave.
How many does he leave with tonight?
A bunch. That's how many.
He's had an outstanding night, perhaps the best of the year for Marcotte. Into the paint, Wallace still there, shoots it up and in, out from 6. Rebound, gets his own rebound, and then lost it. Fired it across the floor to Clodfelder, and he's fouled as he put up a shot.
Marcotte leaves with 24 points on the night for the Aces. Not his career high, but maybe a career-type performance by the big man inside tonight.
2:51 left in this one, 76-43 Mount Carmel. Clodfelder at the line, free throw no good.
Marcotte dealing with a cramp on the sideline as he's being attended to there as soon as he left the game. So literally left it all on the floor, did the big man.
Tiger Clodfelder with another one, made it. 76-44 Mount Carmel. Aces will improve to 25-4 in the year. They will face, it looks like, Teutopolis next Wednesday night at West Frankfort in the 2A sectional. We're playing out the string in this one. Dawson Brown caught the ball on the baseline, dribbled it back up. The reload, takes some more time off the clock. Rager drives, ball loose off of the hip of a player, and Edwards County picks it up. Down court, there's a throw-up shot by Rivers, no good. And a rebound foul and a held ball call. A rebound battle and a held ball.
Lions make the line change here. The Aces will look to respond in kind, I would think. As Tyler Buss walks down his bench, no move yet by the Aces with 2:23 to play.
And the officials were ready, and here we go. Inlet time. Down to 2:23 to go in the game. And here come the Mount Carmel players up, ready to get in the game. Cade Rivers looks, drives, and draws the foul. And they'll go to the line. Edwards County's got number 30 into the game. And who would number 30 be? Would it be Camden Cowger, a freshman?
I believe so.
Cowger's in the game. He's listed on the JV roster. And Rivers is at the stripe for the Lions with 2:15 to go. Free throw is good. He'll have another one. Jaden Merritt into the game. Braden Peterson into the game. Logan Durham into the game for Mount Carmel. Out comes Dawson Brown and Stepp and Rager. 2:15 left in this one. This will be the 4th regional crown in 5 years for the Aces. Free throw number 2, Cade Rivers got it.
Hit them both that time. And again, we talk about Edwards County. So much coming back for the Lions next year. After one of the best seasons in school history record-wise this year, getting to 20 wins.
Figueroa missed the shot from 13 in the lane. Rebound by Tiger Clodfelder. Down court in a hurry. Lions with a shot from outside. It goes in.
Rivers hits the three.
Oh, that was Cade Rivers. I thought he'd already come out of the game. I was trying to see who that was.
Three threes in this 4th quarter for Edwards County.
76-49. A little bit too much too late, though. We're down to 1:40 to go in this game. Now Carmel headed for the win. Here's Durham out by the volleyball line. Now to Peterson. Guns away. 25 feet away, if not more. Missed it. Figueroa battles. Gets the rebound in the corner. Now his outlet pass is tipped into the backcourt where Durham will go and get it for the Aces. Now Carmel ends up with it again. Inside, Jaden Merritt goes to the hole and draws the foul. And Merritt will be at the stripe. And that foul goes against Andrew Rotrammel of Edwards County.
Started to see Jaden Merritt's time at the varsity level increase a little bit. He was definitely a big part of that 8th grade state championship team and Matt Lee's last year at the helm down there. And the young man works hard in the offseason and getting some varsity minutes here in the postseason tonight.
And it's just tough for him to get playing time. Look who he's behind on that roster, on that bench. Merritt missed the second free throw. Berber got the rebound, but there's a held ball called. As Rivers got in there and tied him up. It'll be Mount Carmel ball in the alternate possession. 1:19 to go. Noah Singer, by the way, his season is done. Had a little meniscus tear they had to deal with, so he is done for the season. He is dressed, however, and gets to be on the varsity team on the bench for this postseason. Meanwhile, Cade Rivers works against Figueroa, who cuts him off on the baseline. There's a feed into the paint. Rotrammel now to the right side. Cowger throws one up, no good. Rebound, Rotrammel gets it on the offensive board. 76-51. We're into the final minute of the 2017 Class 2A Regional. And Mount Carmel headed for win number 25 on the year. Here's Figueroa at the point. Backs up. Drops the dribble and needs help. Gets rid of it to Durham. We're down to 32 seconds to go, and we may just dribble it out from here. 76-51, or maybe not. Durham shoots the 3 ball, missed it, and Edwards County has the rebound. Rotrammel ahead to Clodfelder into the paint. Pull-up shot from 8 is bouncing around, no good. Merritt with a rebound. We're down to 15 seconds to go. 4 regional titles in the last 5 years for Mount Carmel. Merritt into the paint scores. 78-51 with 5 seconds to go. And here comes Edwards County. And that'll do it. That's the end of the game, and Mount Carmel has won. They are repeat regional champions this year in Flora. Mount Carmel beats the Lions with an unbelievable third quarter pull away, 78-51. They outscored the Lions by 19 points in the third frame and win it by 27. Mount Carmel moves on to West Frankfort. They'll play next on Wednesday night, probably against Teutopolis. Wednesday night, we'll have it here for you on 100.5 WSJD. We're going to take a 2-minute break. They've got a trophy presentation to make. The Nets, a lot of parents will want to take pictures, and then we'll be on the court visiting with players and Coach Tyler Buss. That's all next on the postgame show right here.
First National Bank has long been a strong supporter of our schools and students, including sports, other extracurricular organizations, and in-class needs. That's part of what makes us your real community bank. We'd like to encourage you to do the same and volunteer at your local schools. Contact them to find out how you can help. The students benefit, you benefit, we all benefit. When you volunteer, that's a slam dunk.
Equal Housing Lender, member FDIC. There's nothing quite like small-town shopping. At over 70 strong, the retail merchants of Mount Carmel are ready to make that shopping experience a reality for you. You'll find the atmosphere relaxing, fantastic service provided, and lots of friendly owners and employees who really do appreciate their customers. You'll browse many unique shops filled with unexpected treasures. Of course, you'll need to refuel and refresh at one of Mount Carmel's many eateries. Make plans now to visit the retail merchants at Mount Carmel on your next shopping excursion.
For over a century, Mount Carmel Public Utility Company has served Wabash County with safe and reliable energy. And now we're there for you in a whole new way. Introducing our new Smart Hub app. The free app lets you access your account 24 hours a day right from your fingertips. Receive email notifications when a new bill is issued and pay that bill directly online, anywhere, anytime. Access your usage history and more. Download the Smart Hub app today at mtcpu.com. Just another way Mount Carmel Public Utility Company serves our neighbors, families, and friends.
89.1 The Bash is guaranteed to bring you the latest in today's hit alternative, including the classics, 24/7 non-stop, with 50,000 watts of power. Turn those radio dials to 89.1 The Bash for all your music needs.
We are back here at Flora, and Mount Carmel has won the Flora Regional Championship here tonight. 78-51, they defeat Edwards County, and it really came down to that third quarter. The Aces outscored the Lions 26-7 in that third quarter, and they at one time held a 36-point lead, scoring 23 unanswered over a course of this ball game. And the Aces outscored the Lions in every quarter, 16-15 in the first, 19-15 in the second, 26-7 in the third, and then 17-14 in the fourth quarter. The Aces end up shooting 56% from the field, 30 of 54. The Lions, who were 50% from the floor in the first half, end 37% from the floor, 17 of 46. The Lions made 7 of 19 threes. The Aces made 9 of 19. Mount Carmel 9 of 15 at the foul line. The Lions 10 of 15. Rebounding, Mount Carmel had a 35-22 edge. The Lions turned the ball over 8 times. The Aces 9. 5 steals for the Aces, 3 for the Lions. Each team ended up with 3 block shots. This game did feature 7 lead changes. Most all of them in that first half of play. And what a finish it was to this ball game. We want to alert you on the My 15 News broadcast that you can stay with us here online, and we will have the stats and wrap-up here. You can also go on the News Channel 15 Facebook page. Josh Brown and Scott Allen are live down on the court talking with Aces coach Tyler Buss there. So you can flip over to our Facebook page and find that live stream going on right now. But here's a look at the scoring in this ball game. The Aces put 4 players in double figures, led by Jackson Marcotte's 25 points. Braden Stipp had 16, Brett Doan had 14, and Justin Carpenter had 12. Austin Rigger with 7 and 2 points for Blake Golden. Braden Stipp had 3 threes. Brett Doan had 4 in this ball game. And you talk about Mount Carmel's big run of 25-7 in the third quarter. Braden Stipp, a huge part of that, had 11 third quarter points for the Aces. And it was a fast start by Marcotte. It was an 11-point second quarter for Brett Doan, an 11-point third quarter for Braden Stipp, as the Aces pull away late here to win this ball game. Edwards County placed 2 players in double figures. Bobby Brake and Cade Rivers had 10 apiece. Cade Schnicker had 9. Tiger Clodfelter off the bench late had a point. 3 points for Jared Columbia, 3 for Marty Schmittler, 4 for Nathaniel Schmittler, and 2 for Andrew Rotrammel off the bench for the Lions in this ball game. It has been our pleasure to bring you this regional championship game here tonight from Flora. Mount Carmel has won its 4th regional championship in 5 years. That's the best run of a 5-year stretch we've seen at Mount Carmel High School. And Tyler Buss, who already is now second place all-time in career coaching wins at Mount Carmel High School, adds another feather to his cap as he now has become right up there among the coaching greats in the postseason. The first coach in Mount Carmel history to win 4 regional titles. Now you go back to the 20s, and I believe it was Cliff Garrett. Was that? Do I have the right guy? I'll have to. I don't have my phone. I sent that down for the Facebook live feed. But in the 1920s, the Aces had a coach that won a district championship, but that was not a regional, along with some sectional and state final appearances. That was the state final run back in the 1920s. But Tyler Buss here in the modern era has really put a stamp on this Aces program. 78-51, our final score from here in Flora. And we are going to say goodnight to you here on the News Channel 15 broadcast on my15news.com and the NFHS network. Our post-game coverage continues live over on the News Channel 15 Facebook page. You can go there right now. Just search for News Channel 15, find our logo, and go to the live feed. We're live right now talking with Jackson Marcotte down on the court. That continues over on Facebook. The News Channel 15 replay on Cable Channel 15 will come your way Sunday night at 7 if you want to watch this one again. Mount Carmel does draw Teotopolis in the next round as the Aces climb the ladder here at Flora to start cutting down the nets. Teotopolis beat Pana tonight 68-35. So the two teams that met the first weekend of the season and Mount Carmel winning it by 1 will meet again in the sectional semifinals at West Frankfort next week. And we will see you then. Kyle Peach from all of us at News Channel 15. Thanks for watching. The live post-game show continues on our Facebook page. Good night.